The pattern of severe weather storms in Michigan is not over, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. I think it could go all the way into the usual start for storm season in Michigan, which is around May, even though it's only March. What makes me say this? I have been tracking this system moving through the country on the models for about a week or two now. And I am much more confident in its ability to produce severe weather in Michigan today more than any of the other days. What makes me say this? Well, take a look at this extremely powerful cold front sweeping across the entire country. I mean, huge difference in temperature across all of North America. And also a huge trough going through, as you can tell, especially along the eastern side of the United States. This is going to produce some severe weather. And look at that. Michigan is in that area. I think it will be affected. Now, how much of Michigan can be affected by severe weather and how much of it will be affected by snow and stuff like that? Well, let's take a look. As you can see, a stark difference in temperature here, but what I want to focus on is actually the horizontal difference in temperature. As you can see, from last system, our warm temperatures before the severe weather came in only made it about this high. And this time it's actually going above the I-96 area in the lower peninsula. So it's moving up into Michigan. This is a usual thing that happens in the summers, but rather in spring. This is a little early though, especially for severe weather. And I don't know if you can hear it on my mic. It is extremely windy right now. Let me just show you why that is. There's a low pressure system and the jet stream is riding along it, and we're getting a lot of those intense jet stream winds. So it's nothing to worry about, but it might, drop some trees, get some limbs off your trees, maybe knock out some power for some people in Michigan. But it's nothing to worry about, and it should go away, especially by the time that this system moves through. But let's hurry up and get to the models. As you can see, a large amount of this system is snow. In fact, a lot of snow. If we look at the UP here, it is getting coated. Some of the models are saying a huge amount of snow for the UP, easily up to 20 to 25 inches, maybe even 30 inches. That's insane. That is a ton of snow for the UP. Now, what's going to happen in the Lower Peninsula? It could be an entirely different story. Even the top half of the Lower Peninsula could be getting snow and ice and, sleet, while the bottom half is getting severe weather. How crazy is that? And that's because of that stark difference in temperature along the I-96 boundary. And let me show you the models here. We have a couple of possibly severe thunderstorms leading along this cold front. The main pattern for this storm looks like a QLCS event, or a squall line, a line of storms. And as you can see, it really develops itself right here around 8 p.m. and the time is subject to change quite a lot. I don't think it'll stay that way. Our last system that happened on the 10th, it had, I think, 2 a.m. as the main storms rolling in. They ended up rolling in at like 10 p.m., so it changes a lot. But this is a strong line of storms here. I think that, as you can tell, big difference in what it's going to affect in Michigan. Top half gets tons of snow and maybe some ice. Bottom half could be getting up to 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's hard to tell right now, but this is a QLCS storm, and I see these all the time in Michigan, watching the models, and it is often around that. And now this could mean more than just wind. It could also mean hail, and it could have the threat of embedded tornadoes, but kind of hard to tell right now, and it's more unlikely because it is Michigan. We are less likely to get tornadoes, but this is a bit of an early forecast video because there's not a lot of models to go off of. They all kind of agree on a line of thunderstorms, some coming in later, some coming in earlier, but I think it's pretty clear that this is going to be a pretty strong line of thunderstorms here, and it's something that I'll keep my eye on closely. I'll probably make a forecast video every day up until it comes through, and I hopefully go chase on this storm. But what makes me think this is more severe than it just looks is this. This is the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day 3 for Sunday night, and they have given us a slight and a marginal risk. Obviously not touching the UP because it's snowing up there, but you can tell that this is an intentional extension of the slight risk. This is not just that we are barely cutting it into the severe risk. They definitely know that the threat is in that lower half of the Lower Peninsula in Michigan, and they're keeping an eye on it. And I will be watching every single outlook they put out to see what they're talking about, because it's only the day 3. They don't have as much information specifically about Michigan, but they do have this that can help us a lot. We are in the level 1 intensity of the total severe chance, which a lot of the outlook is. Oh, look at that. As I'm talking about this, they just uploaded another one, and it looks like it's pretty unchanged. That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's pretty much unchanged. I don't think they're going to change it a lot because it's only day 3 outlook. They usually start updating more frequently when it comes a day or two ahead. But yeah, this is a clear extension of the slight risk, and I think they know that this could bring some severe weather. And so I'll be keeping my eye close on this. And tomorrow we'll get a tornado, hail, and wind outlook, and I'll definitely go over that and look at some closer range models, and I'll make a video tomorrow. But yeah, I would just keep an eye on this storm system, and yeah.